We all know that thousands of people are making thousands and millions of dollars dropshipping every month. But it all comes down to the product you picked and a lot of trial and error. But in this video, I want to share with you the strategy and tactics to start and run a dropshipping business in Nigeria and actually earn in dollars. Okay. Hi everyone, my name is Oyejobi Adola. I share tips on how to start and grow an online business, digital marketing, and entrepreneurship. If you want to start and scale an online business, then be sure to hit the subscribe button, like the video, and leave any questions you have below in the comments. So today's video is all about how to start and run a dropshipping business in Nigeria and actually earn in dollars. Okay, so I know some of you don't actually know me, but I've actually run uh, two dropshipping stores before, and I've actually scaled the store to $2,000 in profits, around that 2019 or so. So let's move on to the next slide. Okay. So the question is dropshipping dead? No, I've been seeing a lot of I've been seeing a lot of ads where people say dropshipping is dead, but is it really dead? Well, there are several stats which show that the dropshipping industry is saturated, but there's still a lot of potential. It's nowhere close to dying. By 2025, market evaluation of the dropshipping industry is expected to reach $557 billion. So you can see that it's still, in fact, if you go on Google Trend now and try to check how many people are actually looking for dropshipping, and you find out that, okay, let's say dropshipping actually is a Google tool. If you don't know about Google Trends, more about how trending. You can see, although it's coming down, let's say all over the world, worldwide. So it's going up, going down, going up, going down, going up, going down, going down. So it has been up, going down. You cannot actually. So these are actually a lot of factors. For example, now if you Google maybe AliExpress dropshipping now, so it's just going up, going down, going up, going down. But to be frank, I have a friend of mine actually. The guy is in Korea, and I have another friend that is actually in China. China is just a center of production in terms of dropshipping, understand? And it generates at least $100,000 every month. Some of them even generate like $400,000 every single month. So I don't see the reason why people say dropshipping is actually saturated or is actually dead is because of the saturation of the market. A lot of people are trying to promote same thing. Imagine you've picked an iPhone case now and want to sell. If you search on Facebook, there are a lot of cases, there are a lot of examples, a lot of people trying to sell that product. So the market is kind of saturated. That's why people feel it's not actually working when they run an ad and the ad is not actually performing well. But to be frank with you, dropshipping is still it's still a matter of how you market the product you choose as well. So a lot of people are focusing on just one method of marketing, which is maybe Facebook ad. And once Facebook ad doesn't work for them, they tend to give up. Where there are other means of actually running ads uh, for your dropshipping store. Okay, there's actually a guy that make a post on LinkedIn, and let's read it together. The question is dropshipping dead? So my answer is that in 2021, dropshipping will not die. Some people will say that without secret knowledge or skills, it is impossible to have a successful dropshipping. Others believe 100% that the dropshipping market is saturated and is useless to compete with industry leaders. In the end, they all came to the conclusion that dropshipping is already difficult enough in 2021 and at any other time. And it's not to, and it's not best to give up this idea. Are these people right? Are the ship really sailed? will dropshipping be still, be effective and profitable by 2021 or 2022? This 2022 that is coming up this next year. I'm actually recording this video 2021. So the guys said, yes, yes, if you are ready to give it a try, you would never be late. A lot of people, that's what I'm trying to say that, see, we are trying to market. I just feel that any market that is actually saturated means that the thing is actually making money. Like, if a market is not saturated, that means that there's no profit, there's no potential profit. So people are not actually making money for it. Because for it to be saturated, it means that people are actually seeing a lot of values, a lot of wealth, a lot of income from it. So that's why it's kind of saturated. However, what we need to know is that there's no magic that can help you succeed in the dropshipping business. Even with the Facebook ads restriction, you can still use other modern technologies and marketing solutions to your advantage. Social media, Instagram, Google Ads, email marketing, blogging, YouTube. A lot of people are actually just focusing on Facebook ad, you know, and they feel it's not actually working. Dropshipping cannot be dead. A lot of people are still buying online. People don't, people don't have the time to actually buy from, from they just feel like people like to buy from AliExpress because they feel the product is kind of cheap, because China have a large, you know, mass production. They have a lot of people that are actually working for them. So the production there is actually low. So I don't. There's no how to achieve it. I've seen a lot of ads. There's a guy on YouTube that do say that the dropshipping is kind of dead and stuff like that. It's not true. Dropshipping cannot be. It's a matter of people are trying to convince us so that they can do other things. You understand? Of course, we have to. We want to know that's one part of marketing. Trying to convince other people that dropshipping is actually dead, and so that you don't have to do dropshipping that you're actually interested in and do the other thing that you're not even aware of. So dropshipping isn't dead. Don't be misguided about this. A lot of people are making thousands of dollars from it. So that's why I'm actually recording this video so that I can enlighten us, so that I can open your mind to the possibility of making thousands of dollars every month with dropshipping. So dropshipping is not there. Don't believe anyone that says dropshipping is there. I'm a marketing specialist. I've run hard for over 100 business owners, and some of them are also business. So even in fact, I have some e-commerce stores that they are actually dropshippers, okay? And what they do what they use to generate traffic is only SEO, and you know that's just you just have to think in different dimension on how you can actually market what you're actually selling. So you need to know a mark and you need to actually understand an advertising medium to actually promote whatever you're promoting. You understand? So dropshipping is not dead, okay? So let's move on to the next slide. So should we pick a general store or one product store? Now, general store are like sites like AliExpress now. They have a lot of categories. A lot of categories. So this is AliExpress. I'm on AliExpress now, and you can see they have a lot of categories now. This actually works in the olden days, far back before that 20, we are starting e-commerce, you need to actually, have this kind of store. But nowadays, you can't be competing with, imagine you try to compete with AliExpress, okay? So general stores are sites like AliExpress, Ofunga.com. Those are general stores with a lot of categories. I'm trying to compete with this kind of category. Which kind of stores can be economically, consuming, And apart from that, with a one product store, you are picking a product and trying to maximize the potential. So what product store means is that you're actually picking from this category now. You can see there are a lot of categories now here. And you're picking maybe let's say men fashion now, maybe t-shirts. You understand? You're only picking t-shirts now. And you can see you're only picking one category, one mention of this. You understand? You're picking one of these products and you're trying to market. And I'm still going to explain more of this later on, but still, that's just the difference between a one product store and general store. Now, to be sincere, I don't advise anyone to go with a general store, okay? Whereas a marketing specialist, it's good to actually move with one product and test. You understand? It's actually good to move with uh, one product and test for yourself, okay? And it's not uh, should you go with a general store or one product store? My best advice is to actually pick one product store, build a site on it and try to sell. So, provided that you have done your research and stuff like that, so it's actually good to go with one product store. Don't go with general store. Pick. We still will give you an example of how to do this, okay? But still, have this thing at the back of your hand that general stores are, you know, a lot of people do make the mistake of trying to put a general store. They are trying to put a lot of products in one site and trying to find the one that works. But I don't believe that's marketing wise for me. You can actually pick a product that you feel will work and try to test it, and you never can tell. It's better than when you focus on one. If you focus on one, you're able to know what is working and what is not working. Understand my point? Than focusing like when you're focusing on more than one product. Imagine, these people have a lot of, workers, and apart from that, you can go your own general store, but see, if you are starting as a beginner, I will advise you to start with one product that you feel can actually sell and try to build a site on it. So that's the best way you can actually do that. Uh, so let's move on to the next one. So product research and pricing. Okay, there are a lot of tools. We have the paid tool, we have the free tool. But still, I'm going to be explaining the paid tool. So there's one page we can actually use, which is called Ad Spy. Now, this Ad Spy actually costs 140, I think $149. I actually use this for my marketing agency. You don't have to use it now. What this Ad Spy does um, is to give you overview of, you can see you have to pay like 149 monthly. Now, what this does is to give you an overview of ads, you know, ads that people are actually running on Facebook. Okay. And you can actually filter it by engagements or people that like it. And we are still going to give you more example about when we give the another method of, so iSpy is actually good. But if you don't have the budget, you don't have to. The reason why I like iSpy is because um, it's just so easy to use. It's easy to use. From there, you can actually know the competitors. You can know more of your competitors. That's why, if you can see here, uh, so our price starts with at least two as $149 per month. You will have the key to getting inside of your competitor's head. Imagine if you can know what your competitor is actually selling. So this 149, if you know the worth of this tool, you will actually invest in it. But if you are just starting, you don't have to pay for this kind of fee and stuff like that. But it's still worth it. I love Haspy. A lot of people are using it. Imagine someone generating, a lot of millions. They've done the market research, they've tested the product, and they finally found out that the product is actually working. Then you used Aspy to actually spy on them. You understand? And this Aspy is going to give you all your competitors, on the spot. It's going to give you all your competitors on the spot, a lot of ads and stuff like that. Although there was a time they were doing the free version, which why you can actually do, I think, 1,000 searches a month or 100 searches a month, but I'm not sure they're actually doing it again. So if you don't have $149, you can actually pass it. You don't have to invest for now. You don't have the money. You understand? There are still some other cheap ones that I'm still going to explain to you later on. Okay. So we also have e-com hunts. Okay. I know maybe some of you have heard of e-com hunts. I've seen a lot of gurus actually talking about it. So a lot of people are using this as well. I've used it in the past, when I was doing e-commerce and stuff like that. So e-commerce is just a product research tool that is fully focused on providing winning products with information on how to sell the products. Okay. Now, I love e-commerce, but the reason why Aspire is still okay to me is because, how would I put this now? Not a lot of people can have access to it unless you pay. Why this one? it just costs like $20 or so. A lot of people can actually have access to it. Uh, if we check uh, e-com ons now, this this is how e-com ons. If this, so I'm trying to open. This thing is trying to bring me. I don't know. Every time it's just trying to bring. Am I even balanced stuff like that? I don't know why. Okay, but next, boats, boats, verify. So e-com is more like, I think it's $29 per month. It's quite cheap. So this is just the inside, this is just the outside. You can actually go to it. This actually will give you performing products. Uh, you know, the product research so you can actually do for your I don't know why all these things always bring up stairs, okay, stairs, verify, bicycle, verify. Okay. So this is e-com on. So you can actually use this actually go to, you understand? You know, the monthly value, I think it's paid or something. Let's check the paid version is the paid version is $29 per month. You can actually see. You can actually try it out. I really believe that for you to make money with e-commerce or dropshipping, you need to find a product that people are not actually selling in a way that's not too saturated. You understand? That's the mistake people make. They are trying to sell things that people are, just sell something that is very unique and will wow people are actually saying it. You understand? So that's why our advice to actually go with some paid tools because uh that's e-commerce for you. And this thing is just one-time investment. You understand? They are not something that it's just one-time investment. And you can see the free version. Um, you can see as I view this, a lot of people are actually viewing this. And to be successful with dropshipping, you need to actually sell what people are not actually aware of most of the time, but actually selling like crazy as well. So that's why sometimes you need to actually invest in some tools. Okay. I know that it's kind of you want to make money, I don't want to invest. That's why dropshipping is not actually for everybody, the technical aspect and stuff like that. You need to actually invest some amount of money, understand? And I don't know what's happening here. So network is kind of fluctuating. Sorry, pardon me. Just I'm trying to show you guys how to do this stuff online. And so I'm trying to show you guys how to do this stuff online. Okay, the network is kind of poor. I think probably is their site or something. Let me check. AliExpress. Okay, I think it's their site. Their site is kind of I don't know, it's kind of a bit down or something. And so let me check again. Okay, so this is how it's gonna bring it out. So it's gonna give you actually this product is actually sit on AliExpress. You can view it on AliExpress. I can see the saturation of the market, total selling of these people. Now, to be able to view the other features of uh, of e-commerce, You have the part of the profit. So there is a section called the profits. Okay, on this, if you upgrade to the pro, you are going to be allowed to see some other great features that comes with it. That's why I clearly advise you that you can go with it. You understand? So there's some one that's the profits. So they'll show you the amount, the profit that you can actually make from it. They will show you the analytics, okay, the analytics of. So this will just give a short summary of the stats of the AliExpress seller. You understand? They also give you the engagements. I wish I can actually. So, but you guys can try it. But they'll give you an engagement. Okay, they'll give you engagement on the engagements. I mean, that means the start on the Facebook ad, that they give you as an example, you understand? So the engagement, people are actually liking this kind of products now. If you upgrade this value, you can see all this kind of screenshotted, is blood, right? Yeah. So, but if you upgrade to the pro version, you're going to see everything there. They will tell you the kind of people you can actually target on Facebook, the kind of the age, the interest, and stuff like that. They'll also show you some YouTube videos. You understand? They'll show you YouTube videos that actually you can actually see maybe video is always actually good when you're running your Facebook your Facebook ad for your dropshipping store. So they're going to show you a lot of examples you can actually use. So that's why e-commerce is kind of good, but it has a paid version. But well, the thing is this, this thing is kind of cheap, and that means that a lot of people are actually viewing this as I'm viewing this. A lot of people are actually viewing this at the moment. So, I'll advise you that you shouldn't copy it one by one, even though you are paying for the paid plan. You shouldn't copy everything, one by one. Copy everything. You have to be unique. You need to come from a different angle while trying to sell. You understand? You need to be different in a way. So, you need to have don't copy everything. Try to be unique. Write your own copy, your own design. You can see all this thing looks very bored. That's why you need to redesign it. You can remove the background, you can remove the text and stuff. What some beginners dropshipper does is just to import all these stuff, and it doesn't work that way. You need to actually be unique. You understand? That's what reduce your market, the saturation of what you're actually doing. If you're actually bringing it in a different angle, maybe your store, your product is coming out in a different angle, a lot of people will see it different. Okay, so a lot of people imagine a lot of people actually doing it because it's very popular too. You understand? If you check, um, let's check Uber suggests. Okay, e-commerce. Let's try to look at e-commerce. It's loading. I just want to show you the organic mix of that size so that if you're actually trying to, you can see it's having 45,000 organic search. That means that these minus people that actually visit the site direct, okay? And this might not be the right number, it might be up to 100,000 every month. So my point is this, okay, if you imagine drop more than around 45,000 drop people are actually visiting this store now. That means that if you're actually using e-commerce, you need to be unique. All these tests, what I see a lot of beginners job shall do is to open these tests and start using it that same way. That's poor. That's a poor way to do things. You need to come up with a different copy, and you understand, uh, and stuff like that. So be careful. Don't just import everything. Be different. Be unique. Okay. Let people see that you have a different story. You understand? So, let's go to the free version now. So, the free method. Okay, there's actually a free method now, and it's by going on Facebook and trying to search for some certain keywords. Uh, So let's go on Facebook now. And what I want to do is to search for terms like 50% off. We are trying to show us, this poster is just put us research. We are trying to do research on the product we can actually sell. And we need to actually look at other people's one. You understand? The best way to pick a product is to look at what people are actually selling. That's just the easiest way. Coming up with a product that I feel might work, might not work. Um, let's search maybe, for example, um, 50% off. You know, sometime I can just trying to put that figure, just trying to put this dash, so that they're telling Facebook that it should be exact and stuff like that. So okay, driving for. So you can see that this one is actually an e-commerce store. You can choose, you can actually go down as well and see some other stuff. And, okay, 50% off. Okay, okay. What I do is to check the amount of people that actually engaged with it. Okay, so what I feel like is go with something that's had like 20,000 engagements. You understand? Or more or less, but don't go with something that have had more than a million likes. Or you understand? Go with something like thousands, maybe 100,000, 200,000 likes. You understand? So you can use a lot of times. You might also remove that, that is that, what you're telling Facebook is just to, okay, you can see, you can see, uh, save also feature. This might be a branded store, depends. You can see 55,000 likely store. Uh, you can check some others as well. Try to, this free method can be time consuming because you are trying to do it one by one. But still, if you don't have the funds, that's just the best possible way you can actually do that. Or just have to do your own research by yourself, because if you go on YouTube now, if you go on YouTube, there are people actually recommending products to sell, but I actually believe that you can actually come up with your own and try to test, because uh, if you come up with your own, that is, you are doing it the way. Uh, so there are some other times you can actually say like order now as well, like order now, you know, order now and stuff like that. Okay, 40% off. So this class, okay, this is shoes, this sneakers, this clothes. Let me use another term like maybe shop now. I love shop now. Shop now is mostly used for e-commerce. Yeah. So let me use shop now. You can see a lot of tools. You can see Buddha, whatever you're selling. Yeah. You don't have to complicate this. You just have to do it step by step. Uh, the more reason Facebook is not actually bringing up this kind of stuff to me now is because probably because I've not actually reacted to. I love to use the paid method. You understand? If you are using the ads bar, it's going to give me everything I'm actually looking for here. I just have to mail it. We check. I wish I can find the inside. Uh, inside. Let me check. Let me check the image. The inside. Okay, this is how. Now, okay, let me show this. This is how. Let me maximize. Okay. Google Lens. That's Google Lens. Okay. What? Okay, this is. Okay, I want to maximize it. Uh, so this is how this stuff looks like. You can start hand and I'm just going to bring me up to this place. But this is how the inside looks like. You can see the total likes, the you know, if you have the forms, there are a lot of tutorials on how to use Haspy. So what Haspy is going to do is to give you a lot of things, a lot of as we are doing it manually like this, it's going to and see a lot of tutorials with your best sellers. You have to do a lot of research, by yourself, you know, and you can also try some other keywords, Black Friday, you know, online shopping. Now, if you are starting dropshipping now, the best way is, for example, now, the reason why Facebook not actually showing me of more of this ad is because I've not reacted to, any dropshipping store recently. So what you can do is that um, you can like it. If you see something that you feel, uh, you search something, maybe shop now, all those times, you can be liking them. So once you like them, you're actually telling Facebook algorithm that, okay, I'm actually interested in this and I want to see more of this. You understand? You understand? So you're feeding the algorithm with what they want to feel, what you want them to understand by you. You understand? So the next thing is just liked it. You can put love. I love to put love instead of like. So love is actually good. It depends. You can put like or love. It depends. So shop now or whatever, they are actually good tools you can actually use. You understand? You don't have to be. So the more you react, the more just try to react with more heart. What I mean by reacting is try to like. You can actually like it by these are people that actually like it. You can you know like it, and so you can actually visit her as well. So once you visit it, you're actually telling Facebook that you're actually interested in more of or more of what they're actually selling. You understand my point now? So you can see these products now. Make your income to shop now. Now there's once which you can see Facebook. I just believe that when you're starting your ad, you should actually put your copy in the next, this line. This line should be short. Shop now. If I was the one, I would just put everything in one sentence. You understand? So you can see this product now. And is this an ad? Yeah, this is an ad. So this is another ad. Okay. So this is an ad as well. So just try to relate with most ads that I actually say. The more you relate with the ads, the more Facebook going to be showing you more of what you want to see. So that's the first thing you have to do. So you like it, whether on your mobile phone, whatever you're actually doing. So this guy, I think this is skincare now. This pen is actually selling skincare. Okay. Uh, what is people saying? Okay. So I feel this will work actually, and you know that's actually how you can actually do it. And this person's hand might be bad, they don't want skincare. So you need to be careful of the products you're actually running on Facebook as well, because Facebook don't like something like before and after or something that relates to this child or professional use, you understand? So pick of use these keywords and try to react with ads that you saw on Facebook, and Facebook will keep on showing me, by the day, every day on your news feed, Facebook will be showing you more of ads, more of related ads that are actually reacted to. I mean, more of related ads that you actually reacted to in the past some days. You understand? So That one works as well. So after you have done your research, doing the law of research, whether with e-commerce, by a manual research, you can actually start doing. Now you choose a product. Now, while choosing a product, you can actually upsell them. Upselling is more of selling more of higher stuff, uh, maybe in terms of quantity. Okay. So for example, let's say someone wants to order iPhone now. Someone wants an iPhone. Okay, you can say maybe mini plan. Okay, maybe the iPhone case now. And don't forget that I should always go with something that has a 20%, I mean $20 profit. What I mean by $20 profit is this. Let's say, for example, now I go on AliExpress and I'm trying to look for iPhone case, iPhone 12 Pro case, oh, 12 Pro case now. The reason why now this I will okay, you can see is they are very cheap now, with AirPod case, with AirPod. You understand? Um, you can see a lot of what I'm trying to say that the margins, okay, the margins should be $20. For example, this one is $4 now. You can actually sell at maybe $25. You understand? They're making a $20 profit. It's actually that's the minimum I would say you should go with if you're actually selling a low ticket product. Okay. So for example, now let's see, for example, if I'm picking a product now, what I do maybe for this Facebook now, I can actually okay, like this now, you can, some of the time is this it is quite priced. This is a small product. So this is a luxury product as well. I like this design. Understand? Yeah, maybe in the next video, I'm going to explain more of this. But what I mean is that maybe after Facebook starts, showing you more of, ads related to what you are actually, maybe more options, you can actually go, after you have done that, you need to check AliExpress and see the number of orders, okay? What I mean is this, I click on this one store and one product, and I'm looking at the orders, it's actually good to filter by orders, okay? What I mean is this, you can see best match orders. So what I do is to filter by order. So once I do that, it's going to give me, you can see this one now is 8,000 sold, okay? So it's going to give me the highest. So click on this one. You understand? Always filter by orders, okay? That means that if more people are actually interested in buying that, 800, and it's also showing me the analytics that 839 people actually bought it. But if you're using e-commerce, it will show you it will show you more of it. You understand? So that's why I say if you have the funds, go with e-commerce. It's a very great tool and stuff like that. Um, so let's go to the choosing a domain name, okay? And that's the next thing, okay? You can actually use Namecheap. Yes, that maybe after you have found a product that's actually you feel will work, okay? Then you can actually, now the product you should be picking should something that will wow people. You understand? Something that is not, a lot of people make mistake of just picking any random product and feel it will sell. No, need after you find a product, whether on Aspire or where whatever, or maybe on Facebook doing this manually, you need to actually check on AliExpress. Probably if you want to use AliExpress to make changes, you can actually check AliExpress and look at the number of orders that product you feel will work are actually selling. They're actually selling up to 10,000 purchases, 10,000 orders, then you can see 4.9. That is that this product is actually working. You don't have to sell this product actually, but it's trying to say that people are actually buying this, and it has 4.9 reviews. That means it's a very good product. This product is a very good product. So you can actually sell this kind of product because is what people are actually looking for. So you need to actually look at the orders. So you don't have to use AliExpress to make your purchase. I mean, your order fulfillment, which we are still going to talk about very soon. But let's move on to the next one, which is choosing a domain name. So let's say, for example, now I choose iPhone. You know, we are dealing with a one product store. I mean, one product store, right? That means that we're only dealing with one product. For example, let's say I want to sell this iPhone, this running sports. Now, a lot of people made this mistake of trying to put running sports as their title or the name of their product. No, that's a mistake you need to have. If you put a running sports case, you understand, you understand, a lot of people can just copy it and try to search on AliExpress like they said, and we we try to buy from here. So you need to make your products very discreet. You need to actually change the name in a different to be unique, like it will look like a branded name. You understand? So it's something like you're trying to brand it. So like this one now, I can say, this. Uh, let's say I'm trying to sell this product now. Running sports kids have. What name can I no uh what name can I put this now? Okay. I know that this running is a very typical one. Okay, this sports can go. You understand? So you need to find a unique name, the type of domains we have. You understand? We check the type of domains we have. We have three of them. We have like three. Um, if you are actually um, we actually into we have the branded domains as well. We can, well, it depends. It depends on what you are doing, but I always go with a keyword kind of something that actually, kind of explain it. So, like for example, I can say iPhone on our case, or I on our case. You understand? I'm just trying to use different kind of word. I on our case. You know, You understand? So you're gonna look at this on maybe on Namecheap and try to. So you're gonna look on Namecheap now. I think I need to be fast. So you're gonna look on Namecheap now and try to check if iownacase.com if it's available. And always go with .com. Don't go with other extensions. Okay. So always go with .com. You can see it's actually available. I'm gonna case yes time. So you can actually pick that because you're actually focusing on maybe iPhones and stuff like that. So you can actually pick this and stuff like that. So you can actually use Google domains as well. You understand? Domains, domains. So you can actually use Google domain actually. This is Google domains and it's actually work, idomain.com. Now, you just need to come up with a name that actually will relate with what you're actually selling, okay? The main reason why we're actually doing that is because you can see, is because, well, so that people can actually understand what we're actually selling, you understand? So if I use Namecheap or Google, if you need the link, I'll be putting the link in the description. So make sure you guys check the description below. And the next one is building your store. So this is the next phase of building your store. So the two popular uh, uh, tool you can actually use to build your own store is either WooCommerce or Shopify. So it depends on your budget, but we are aware that Shopify is actually built specifically for shopping online. You understand? I won't have to explain. Maybe in the next video, maybe another video, I'll be explaining how to build uh, this maybe how to build more of building your store and stuff like that. So, uh, but we have these two popular ones. So WooCommerce is actually free with WordPress, while Shopify has a paid plan. If you want to I think it's 29. Shopify is $29 per month. Now, my best advice for you to go with Shopify, but if you don't have the funds, you can actually go with WooCommerce and stuff like that. You understand? If you are using WooCommerce, I can't do a live example for you. If you are using WooCommerce, okay, you should use something like Stripe Architect to build your one page, Stripe Architect, you know, WooCommerce, you install WooCommerce plugin. These are plugins you install, and payments and PayPal, stuff like that. So that are the three plugins I feel is actually needed. Maybe cart flows. I think cart flow is actually added to your WooCommerce. I think the pro version. So make sure you get the pro version now for all these WooCommerce and stuff like that. It will actually help you. So these are the plugins that's actually necessary for WooCommerce. Building a store, building a store with WooCommerce. Building a store with WooCommerce. Okay, so you're actually using more of this stuff like that. So I love this because it works. It really works for me, and you can use it. Maybe next video, if you guys want me to make videos about this, I can actually just drop a comment below. Try to like this video so that it can actually go viral as well, so that it can actually help other people trying to start their own e-commerce business as well. So these are plugins, but if you're using Shopify has a built-in, Shopify Nigeria has a built-in. It's just that they don't accept. There's a Shopify payment actually, but they're not actually accepting us for now. So you can actually use Shopify. The pricing depending on what you're actually starting. If you check the features here, you are telling me that you're actually paying more. You pay more charges for stuff like that. But I'll still go with it. But if you're starting, go with $29. You understand? You can actually create a free account, start your free trial. But the moment you want to add your domain name, they'll ask you to upgrade. You understand? So why you want to upgrade? You can actually upgrade to Business Shopify, this Shopify or this one, depending on your budget actually. But my best advice, if you want to actually have a successful e-commerce business, is to save some money and try to invest in your machines and stuff like that. So let's just go to the next video. So payment method to use. Okay, depending on the currency you're actually focusing on, it should actually be used by use the PayPal method that people are actually familiar with. Okay, so I'll advise you to go with PayPal. PayPal is a very popular one and stuff like that. You understand? And so the top countries to target. Okay, these are the top countries I feel that has performed because these people have credit cards. When you have credit card, that means that you can actually buy things even though you don't have money in your stuff like that. So you want to actually buy to people, you want to actually sell to people that can, that have the potential of buying, and they are English people. So United States, Canada, United Kingdom, Australia, New Zealand, those are English people, most English people, and these people have credit card and can actually target. So in your Facebook ad, I'm still going to be talking about soon. Make sure you are targeting this country because these are people that have high buying, rates. You understand? These are top 10 countries, and that was you focus on. Yeah. So if you want to fulfill your order, maybe someone after, if you want to fulfill, maybe after someone purchases your store, they want to fulfill your order. Now, there are a lot of approach you can actually do. The approach is actually to use Ali Dropship. Now, Ali Dropship is a platform. It helps you to fulfill order directly from maybe AliExpress or whatever. You can see Ali Dropship, they have the pricing is price ship too. You understand? But it's what is actually, a lot of people are actually using it. You can actually connect this thing to your WooCommerce, which will help you to do a direct order fulfillment. So if you need more videos on this, you can actually tell me in the comments and I'll produce more videos on e-commerce and stuff like that. But if you're using if you're using Shopify, there's a site called SendDrop. Okay, you can SendDrop is a very good tool. I use it, to drop ship and stuff like that. So you can actually use SendDrop for WooCommerce. Although I'm still waiting for them to actually integrate with WooCommerce, but they can only integrate with actually Shopify for now. I don't know why, but I think they are actually working on it to actually integrate with WooCommerce, and stuff like that. So I leave Dropship and SendDrop are actually good for order fulfillment. A lot of videos I'm planning on this, but in the next video, I'll still be explaining more on how. So make sure you guys subscribe to this channel and try to like it so that it can actually go viral in your time. And so let's go to the next last video, which is Facebook ad. I know a lot of people have seen, the best thing is that if you want to make people, if you want to run ads to people, and you want to make money from your uh if you want to run ads from your this thing, you need to actually uh, run ads. And the best way is actually Facebook ad. Most dropshippers use Facebook ad. There are a lot of people that use SEO. If you know SEO as well, you can actually use to run your Facebook, your store, your dropshipping store. But the first thing you need to do is actually go onto your Facebook page, your Facebook account, uh, and try to create a page. There are a lot of pages you can actually create now. You just create a page relating to what you're actually selling. For example, we choose iron case now. I can actually say iron case. I'm not picking that domain name. Maybe if you have watching this course, you can actually iron case. You understand? And you can see the name and you can, you know, so you can actually use Canva to create the cover, the whatever. You understand? So create a page. After you've created a page, then you need to create a pixel. Now, a pixel is a code that you actually place on your site. If you are using WooCommerce and stuff like that. So a pixel is a big, uh, is a code. You understand? There are a lot of tutorials on how to add a pixel to your WooCommerce or Shopify store. It's a very simple code that Facebook will give you so that you can add it. You understand? For example, now this is a Facebook now. You can see no pixel, nobody's tracking Facebook, you understand? And if you check out now, there's an extension. So what this pixel does is to give you an overview of, how would I put it now, of trying to tell Facebook to actually, I need to update this payment. That's my stuff. I'm on a pro version of Canva. So let's bring this stuff now. So you understand what I'm saying? So this is how to actually do it. You can create a Facebook page, try to make it fitted so that you don't have to. So pixel, and you need to create a campaign. So let's try to go to Business Manager, and I'm going to show you an example of creating a campaign. You understand? So okay, let's see. Okay, ads. Okay, more tools. Ads manager. So the law of, depending on the account you actually create, you can actually try to, you can actually try to, you can actually try to have a lot of, you can create a campaign specifically for your store. You understand? Yeah, I think depending on your account, if it's your first time of opening this business, you can see I put business Facebook. There are a lot of, you can actually create like 3 accounts. You can, depending, you can see me, I have some accounts here. I think you'll be limited to 4 to 5 depending on stuff like that. So uh, so change it to the account of your store. You can actually create another account specifically for your store so that you can actually add a pixel, because each ad account has one pixel. You understand? That means that you cannot use uh, you cannot use the same. For example, if my store is agonakills.com, I will have to create an ad account on agonakills.com. So that's we you can a lot of videos on it. So this Facebook now, we have what we call campaigns, ad sets. So this is where you set your objective of your ad. Okay, this is where you set the targeting, and this is where you set the content, the copy, the video, and stuff like that. This is the creative. So you understand. The most important aspect is just the ad asset. This is where you target people. You understand, and so let's create an ad now. For example, you can see we have so depending on where you are starting from, you understand, but always go with conversion. You are running an e-commerce store, and if you are adding your PCL correctly, it's going to be giving you, uh, it's going to be giving you more of records, okay, on your page. You understand? So go with conversion and stuff like that, and it will actually help you a lot. It will help you a lot. Go with conversion. Go with conversion. You can see. Let's click on this. So you can actually be campaigning. Let's say Ivan case. Let's say the name of your store, whatever. Depends, You can click on it. I prefer to leave all this thing next. And also the assets. If it's a website, you actually, assets to be. Let's just focus on the interest first. The interest, the targeting, which is the most important aspect. Yeah. So you're actually focusing on, you can see, depending on the country, I will always advise that for each country, search each assets. You understand? What I'm trying to say is that, for example, if you remember when I said you should actually focus on like 5 countries. So what I'm saying is that, for example, you can actually focus interest. If your interest is like, if you're using income hunt, maybe you want to target people on iPhone, let's say United States, the age maybe 18 to 40, 18 to 40. Are they code? Depending on, say code, like the audience code, the interest will be at the front. What you're actually doing this is because so that you can actually know which one is actually performing well. What I see most people make the mistake of trying to put all the countries, and it depends on you. You can actually try to mix it up together and trying to, but what I do is to actually set each country to its side, and in fact I can even create a campaign on each country. You understand? What I mean is, for example, I can create a campaign on US. You understand? Maybe US company. You understand? It depends on you. You understand? It depends on you. So what I mean is that I can actually duplicate this now. Okay. You can see I can duplicate the campaign. So what I mean is that all this one will be on the US, you understand, whether code, whether whatever, all this ones will be on the US. Why this one will be maybe like UK, you understand? So this is what I'm trying to say. So this one will be what, UK. You can see it as saying. So I'm focusing on US here, which is what the code, the add interest, the asset, which is so the interest should be one. Let's say I'm focusing on people that are actually interested in iPhone 13. Is it like that? Okay, let's try to change the location. Let's say United States. So United States country. So I've changed this now, and what I can do is to change the detailed targeting. People are actually interested in iPhones. So iPhone 13. Is that iPhone 13? iPhone. Now, you can actually tell people, but the thing is, if you're actually doing this, you need to actually uh, try to measure your success, you understand? So um, you can just try to, for example, if I picked, it just depending on, if you're using e-commerce, they're going to give you a lot of interest in actually target, but you need to actually mix it up. You don't have to, for example, now if e-commerce told you that you should target people like um, people that love golfs and you are putting on golf, that means that your heart will be showing to people similar to what you are showing. You understand? That is that a lot of people are saying it. You understand? That's why you need to mix you need to change your targeting and stuff like that. You understand my points? So that's what I mean by trying it yourself and working it out. Yeah. So that's just how to actually go about it. So you understand my point now. So the data targeting should work on actually you can test a lot. It depends on what you are people that have iPhones, what they'll be interested in. You understand? Because if you target on the iPhone directly now, interest iPhone. The most important part of Facebook ad is this data targeting. Okay, you need to actually be unique and be very professional. You can actually put iPhone in. So what I can do is people that actually now, if I'm selling iPhone, I'm trying to pick this iPhone. Okay, so now where is it? Now, okay, this is for iPhone 12, 13 Pro. Now, so there's different categories C7, so I can actually pick all these iPhones and stuff like that. So the detail that I can actually pick. What I'm trying to say is that I can actually pick iPhones and move on with that. What is it? People interested in iPhone 6 and stuff like that. So those are actually things. So what I can do is to add iPhone here, and I can remove the US because I've actually in my campaign I've actually put uh, iPhone, you understand? So that's how you actually do it. So you can actually do it for UK, Australia, and other things like that. So test all those 5 countries. You can replicate. This is what I'm trying to say. You can actually replicate it and try to duplicate it to Australia. Okay, Australia, Australia. You understand? And yeah, focusing them on each country depends. You can actually, well, you can. It doesn't matter what. The major thing we are trying to do is actually to give us a very unique. What would I put it now? So that Facebook can actually give us a good measurement. You understand? And so that we can know what we want. And let me be frank with you. If you are running your first dropshipping store, it will take a lot of time. It might feel, it might not be good at first. That's the issue but I'm telling you the truth that don't give up on this e-commerce for dropshipping. You understand? Facebook need data, you understand? So what I can do sometimes just to spend $10 on each asset. You can create a lot of assets. You can duplicate assets. You can duplicate a lot of assets. You understand? You can duplicate a lot of assets and you are changing the targeting and you are thinking so you can see. So I just feel that when you are trying to create your own ad sets, okay, I mean the ad copy or whatever, You should not try to be, how do I put it now? Don't try to change more of, let it be a video of like 15 seconds, no? And let's have test. What I'm trying to say is this. Uh, Let me see if I can actually see an example. It might just be something of a sound, something that will show. One thing I always love is go with products that have a very good video. Yeah, that's a very advanced. It's a very one of the advantages you should actually look, because people are actually looking at it and people are actually seeing. Okay. The main reason why Facebook not showing me more of all this stuff is because I don't, as I told you, the more you react, with more hearts, the more Facebook will show you more of, you understand? So this might not actually mean Facebook accounts, which I'm using for other means actually. You understand my point? So trying to, buy now, whatever, and I'm still gonna be releasing another new video on Facebook ad so that you guys can actually understand. Because you need to understand this targeting aspect, but you understand the logic. It doesn't just come with one thing. You understand? It takes with practice. Practice make perfect though. And so what I'm trying to say is that your video that you're actually creating has to be very unique. So it has to be very good. Like this thing now, this thing you can actually check on YouTube and try to check. Um, actually share YouTube on this kind of stuff and see the video, because you need a very clear and fluid video. It's an advantage. Sorry. YouTube. So it's an advantage. So it's an advantage for you when you share something like one film case. Try to check the YouTube videos and what they're actually selling. You can see this one. Let's try to watch this video.
Do you want to grow your YouTube channel? Do you want to earn more views, more subscribers, more watch time?
Okay, so let's look at this video now and see if it actually goes. To be sincere, you need a very good video, and sometimes
we seem to be attached to them. Yes, I'm talking about our phones, and in day-to-day life, it's not a problem. You simply pop it in your handbag or in your jeans bag.
Okay, let me just mute that because. Yeah. So let me just mute that and try to. So you can see this video now. This is a very glowing video, and you can see the demonstration of the products. You need a very good demonstration of what you are selling, because if you can't demonstrate it very well to people that will make them wow, it will be very hard to sell. It's a demonstration. What you're actually doing in this video case is very important, because you are trying to demonstrate what you're actually selling. If you can't demonstrate very well, you won't sell. I don't know how you want to do it, but as an information marketer, I sell courses as well. And what I do most of the time is that maybe I met a new person, I want to start, I want to learn something. You can see the demonstration of the product. If you are trying to sell a product that doesn't have a good demonstration, it will be very hard for people to actually understand what it is. So you need to be finding videos of, and sometimes your supplier might give you videos. Okay, suppliers might give you videos, but you can actually come up with a new one. You can actually hire someone on Fiverr to actually create a new video for you, but with test 15 seconds or 20 seconds. You don't actually need, you just need a short Facebook tells you that you should actually go with videos like 50 seconds. So you need the very short videos that actually catch attention very fast and will tell people what they're actually missing if they don't get it. You understand my point? So that's just more about Shopify dropshipping. The Facebook aspect is kind of long, the building stuff is kind of long, but this video is just give you an overview of what you can actually do with dropshipping. Okay, so we've actually talked about a lot of stuff today. Okay, is dropshipping dead? And we have concluded that actually dropshipping is not dead. And next part is you know is should we focus on general store? I believe that you guys now understand that one product store is it works better more than general store, in my own opinion about it, because if you are focusing on one product store, it will help you scale. You can actually scale with one product store than just general store that you feel. You understand? So I talked about the pricing where we talked about go with products with $20 profit margin. Okay, if you are selling a $4 product, sometimes even though when you are doing your research, you should actually pick a product that's actually selling at maybe at $4 or $5 or whatever, selling at $4 and be selling or whatever at $25. You should actually go with free shipping. You understand? So you are not taking, if you know what dropshipping is, you're not actually in charge of the shipping or whatever, but you just do it to order the products on the merchants and put the right instruction, the right address, and that's what it takes. You understand? So so the free method, use the keyword, try to relate with the ad. As I said, you should actually like or love the video you're actually seeing. Actually visit the page, the site website, you understand? And so choosing a product, as I said, we can actually choose an upsell, which we can be maybe a mini upsell. Maybe if you are selling an iPhone case now, you can actually tell mini plan maybe for you alone. What I'm trying to say is this: for example, we are trying to sell a mini plan, which is only for you, maybe good plan or family plan. You can just try to upsell people so that they can buy more. You understand? It's always good to upsell people, and you can also add an order bump. Order bump is more like a very new configuration that they can actually add to their plan. Maybe this might be cheap. Maybe you're selling this one out at like $25. Okay. And this one can be just like maybe $40, save $10. You understand? This is what I'm trying to just save $10. Okay. And this one can be let's say this one is like $60. Save how much again? Maybe that's like $15 or so. You'll be surprised that people might be interested in buying the family plan because they make more profits and they are actually, you're not losing in any way. You understand? You are just trying to make them buy more. You understand? So it can be the mini plan, good plan, family plan, and stuff like that, so they can buy for others or for themselves. Marketing, are just trying to market and to sell more of the products in higher price or in higher quantity. You understand? So we'll talk about choosing names that is actually related to what you're actually selling. You're actually focusing on one product store, and we talked about building your store. Maybe in the next video, I'm going to be producing videos on how to create your own e-commerce store. There are a lot of videos on YouTube actually, but my own idea of things on how to actually do it. Okay, so that's just what I'm trying to say. You understand? So I will talk about the payment method you use. So use Facebook and stuff like that. The order fulfillment, as I said, you can use Alice Dropship if you have the funds, or you can do it manually. It depends on you. You can actually use Zendrop for Shopify as well. And we talked about Facebook ads. So I feel you guys actually learned a lot of things in this video. If you actually like this video and you learn a new thing, try to comment on this video. There are a lot of things I actually want to explain to because of no time, but I feel that you guys learned a lot in this video. And if you actually learn, if you have any question, you can actually mention it in the comment below, and I will be uh I'll be explaining a lot of stuff for us. If you want me to explain more on anything, just try to drop a comment in this, in this comment below. I mean, in this video, and try to like this video. It makes this video to go viral. You know that this thing is very valuable. It actually makes it go viral, and I'll be willing to help you guys to, achieve your dropshipping success. Okay, I wish you all the best. Thank you.